And welcome to PSGL F6. We are here for round 2 here at Miami. Unfortunately, we missed qualifying because of some issues. However, we are here now for F6, and we do hope you will be able to enjoy it. We are live, so all is now good. Honestly, we had a separate stream going to record in case problems or were not able to be fixed, but we have managed to get a workaround, so we are here. I am joined by my co-commentator Felix.
Yes, hello.
So, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Thankfully we've now managed to fix the issues. But yeah, the race will now be streamed on the official PSGL account, thankfully. Well, the qualifying was on my personal account, as we weren't able to get into the PSGL account without issues. But now, Brendan has managed to fix it, and we can stream as normal on the PSGL account. I won't have to send everybody elsewhere, hopefully.
So, obviously, given that we have to say on the official PSGL account, we have a word to our sponsors. Obviously, GT Omega is the title sponsor, so make sure to check out them for some brilliant products. And also make sure to check out Grid Rival if you want to set up some F1 fantasy leagues for you and your friends. Now now we are here from Miami. You have 19 turns with most not really have that much history, but given that it is a recently added track, it is often now is the time for them to make that history.
Yeah, and I think it's a very exciting track. It's one of the more difficult tracks in the calendar, I would say. Obviously, being a street circuit, walls are very close, it's difficult to overtake. But there are some long straights which do allow overtaking opportunities, but it's always risky. Especially because most of these long straights go into some very tight corners. For example, well, people are basically always calling it the Mickey Mouse section now, which is quite accurate, I think. It's very, very slow after the one of the long straights into turn. I always forget the corner numbers, because, well, these corners don't have names. It is turn 11, I believe, and then to 12, 13, 14, 15, which is the slow part, the chicane, and the long hairpin as well, leading into that chicane. That's one of the best overtaking opportunities as well. Into turn 1, you can see some overtakes, and the hairpin at the end of the lap, turn 17. Those will be the main overtaking spots, I believe, in this race. I think anywhere else would be very brave, but maybe possible at some other spaces as well. And there we go, drivers have now gotten ready, and we are on the formation lap.
We are going. So here we are, Leon. So your quality results were, Leon. It was a wet session, and it was drying up towards the end. So you had Leon, who was on pole position. We'll also give you tyres over here. So Leon on pole, the Jordan set alongside the rope, both of them on hard. Now you have Lewis, much further up the grid than he was last week. He has he doesn't really like dry quality. Wet quality is much better for him, and we can see that. He's now like to start on the mediums. Then it's Hartwig going fourth, Daniel like the fifth, medium for chokers. El Pilotor, a podium there last week, was is on the hards along with Skyline, Philip and Kean, last week's race winner, who could have been on pole but didn't validate their final lap. Now you have to enter in P11 on hards, and a peculiar choice, soft tyres for Elias. It is
This will be very interesting. He'll probably make some moves at the start. I'll be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, could be light up the tyres early, and could gain some spots. Maybe an early safety car could really play into their hands here.
Yeah, even more so because everybody around is on hards. You can see P7 to P14, everybody on hards apart from Elliot, who's on the soft, so he'll have a big advantage in the start.
Yeah. Yeah, so Terracer and Michelle on the hards, then Crispy on mediums, and then finally hards for the bottom 5 was Simple H4, Sam, Yarno, Mike and Jerome, who did try slicks in qualifying, but it just wasn't quite slick conditions. We'll see,
Yeah.
looking at to see that.
Worth mentioning as well, we already talked about this during the qualifying, but since not in the PSGL, we want to mention it again. Leon was handed the 10-second time penalty from the stewards after last week's race, which dropped him from P9 to P11 and moved Nico into P9 and Chalkers into P10. Just want to get that out. And now we've got the guys lining up. Leon has been reset, so he's going to start very far away from the good slot.
Yeah, that is. I mean,
You can see Jerome is basically alongside him already.
Yeah, Jerome could have a very good opportunity to take the inside line here at turn 1 if he can just get the launch. Some others being disqualified, including Elliott, so he will lose a little bit of what he would give him the soft. So 5 red lights. We are almost there. Lights out Miami. Let's see as Leon got the start he would have wanted. So now if you watch, let's see, Leon's managed to get to the inside and he's still very well.
Oh, it's a spin in the background. It's Sharkus who has been spun around by Kian.
Oh,
Kian and Sharkus in the back now.
Also, Skyline is a little bit bother as well. So that is unfortunate. Meanwhile, we have LP Lador making some moves up to P5, so not too bad. Meanwhile, and Daniel
Carspray is off slightly and he's lost a few places.
Oh, okay. How unfortunate. And see, down the second of the DRS zones. Obviously, the first DRS zone is not mean much, but Lewis, using the medium tyres early, he's up to P2, and now is an opportunity maybe to go for an early lead of the race.
Elliott with a great start, up into P7 already, really using those softs to his advantage. As I said, he's basically passed everybody around him on the hard tyres. And Carspray is now spun into the chicane, or not into chicane, into turn 11.
Oh, Carspray down to 18. It's good for one, and we're seeing, is that, as Carspray was able to keep the position there going into this Mickey Mouse chicane, really, where you're just pretty much bouncing over the curbs. Just to get the right line there, as it can really set you up.
Instead of El Piloto into the happen.
Oh, yep, so you have Nico and El Pilotor. You have to see what can they do now. You have, so El Pilotor keeps the P5. Daniel now using the mediums is past Jerome.
Lewis take the lead. Lewis just taking the lead from Leon.
Yeah, Lewis has took the lead there, so Lewis is very comfortable now with this AlphaTauri. Looks like he could maybe get his season back on track after a DNF in last week's season opener.
Yep, we've got Simple H4 and Skyline in the box. Skyline has retired from the session as well now in the pit lane. Well, those hardliners really struggling early on. I mean, we've seen Elliott on the softs, and we've seen basically all the mediums who haven't gotten into incidents. Well, they've really made a place. I mean, Lewis and Daniel are the only medium runners that haven't gotten into incidents, and they are P1 and P3. So those mediums really working well early on, and those hards maybe just not up to temperature. As Elliott dives it up the inside of Nico from quite far back, and now tries to hang it around the outside.
This is very,
very move from Elliott.
A brilliant move. Yeah, and respect to both drivers, including essentially to Nico, for being able to leave the space there, because going into that kind of tight chicane, somebody has to back off, and Nico realised it was him who needed to back off.
Leon is staying with Lewis though, so Lewis not able to use those mediums to get away from him just yet. Just as I said, Leon made a bit of a mistake, but he's still within DRS range, which is crucial of course, because, well, there's 3 DRS zones and 2 of them are insanely long on this track. So if you stay in DRS, it's pretty much impossible to get away from somebody.
That is very, very true. DRS zones here, obviously you have the DRS zone down the start-finish straight, then it's around, after the kink of turn 9 you get DRS, and obviously on the exit of 16 you get DRS. So now looks like Leon is just about steady in that DRS range, or has he?
Yes,
he has. He has managed to
This will
stay
be
in there.
crucial because it will give Leon the advantage later on in the race, as Lewis will have to go, well, both Lewis and Daniel will end up on hards later on, and he will be running the mediums. As, well, the expected strategy, I believe, is about 12 laps on mediums and 17 on hards, give or take, of course. You can pit a few laps early or late, depending on your situation, how good you manage tires. But that's what I would expect.
Oh,
so Leon will be on the mediums later.
Well, Elliot using the softs again. It's got past El Pilotor just before the chicane once again, so it seems to be a favourite overtaking spot. It isn't one that cropped up in real life though. You're more likely to see a move into the braking zone of turn 11, which is at the end of the second DRS straight. You are
as I mentioned, turn 11, 17 and 1s, those are the three main overtaking opportunities at this track. And Elliot is using other corners as well. Obviously, big advantage on those softs, so he can just pretty much hang around the outside on any cover right now.
Oh,
but
yeah,
how long will he be able to keep doing
Jockers
that?
is off. Jockers is off, I believe. He has off around the final corner.
And he's boxing. Yeah, major wing damage in the front right end plate, completely missing. Kian is off the race! I believe Kian retired in the pits. Yes, he has. Kian is in the pit lane.
Yeah, Kian in the pit lane. That is
he was likely involved in a collision with Chalkers.
Yeah. That's
last week's race win out of the race already.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. So the work that went into last week's win, which was the pole and fastest lap, is now
Lewis has now dropped Leon out of DRS, which as well, which is crucial to mention.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, we actually have near Daniel is now past Jordan. Oh, he almost hit the back of the McLaren. He was so eager to get past. He measured it would be the last late breakers.
Yellows again, Chalkers coming out the pits on cold tires. Has lost it.
And has he kept the front wing? It looks like it's visibly kept, so can't be too bad. Meanwhile, we have so Lewis is pulled, although with slipstream here, Leon does get the chance to maybe close back into DRS range, but Daniel is all over him and will be looking to make his own overtake very soon.
You can see that Leon has a lot more ERS than Daniel behind him, so I think Leon is safe at least for now.
Yeah,
but Daniel just recovers some ERS over the next coming few laps. He'll be back in the fight, but Jerome is all over him as well. Yellow's in turn 1. That's Nico who's spun around.
Nico is he's now being passed by the other Haas, so
Sam going around outside as well.
Yeah, it's just going to continue dropping places. I think it's just about keep ahead of Mike.
Yeah, I think now he's got his composure back. He's back on the racing speed and can get his race underway again.
Michel has boxed with a medium, so I'm not sure really what the strategy is there for him, but he might just hope that things go his way. Chalkers in the pits again. That's a retirement in the pits. You would have to admit that it wasn't just wasn't going his way today. Lewis, meanwhile, ended up letting Leon back into DRS range. Although for now it looks like Leon won't be doing anything with that. Also means that Daniel here, who was braking very late, is not able to do much here. We might be just have to consolidate the P3 for now. Was Carlsbury?
Carlsbury just gone. Oh, down the back down the outside of Carlsbury.
Yeah.
Very late on the brakes, but I think he's not going to be hanging around the outside, is he? No, he's not.
Yeah, the inside line proved to be the correct line there. And Piano does not have the ERS to...
Terra races second Nikenchen up the inside into turn 1. Bit of a lockup, but gets it done anyway.
He's got it done. Terra Racer just stapled around the F5 and F6.
Nikenchen comes back at him though, around the outside now.
One of them's probably going to have to back off here. Looks like Nikenchen was that. Although it can prove to be a very wise decision here. If you just get the X's. Well, that was a bit tentative there. He could be under more pressure from behind the pressure he's giving.
Carlsbury is going for it.
Carlsbury.
I think Carlsbury's going to go for Terra Race as well. Maybe a double move.
Such a toe. Oh, I believe that
yes.
is Simple 4 spun. Well, Cosplay down the inside, using the mediums to very good effect. But he's ran deep. He's just had some
He's kept
normal
ahead, but
speed.
that would likely have been a warning.
Yeah, that could have been a warning for him, in all fairness, because he did go deep, and that allowed him to keep the position. Oh, the Terror Racer making sure that Nick Kenshin did not get past. As a result, Yarno is through. But now look here. If you just see the win
Daniel's in the pits.
Well, Daniel's in the pits. He's gone for.
Does he have wing damage? Maybe.
Maybe it's an undercut here. You've got some
That
other
would be a
thing.
big
Elliot.
undercut, but yes.
Yeah, but
There's
look
no
at the
wing
racing
change.
going on here. Two by two almost between 4 cars, and now you see Terror Racer. Is he going to end up in front of all this? Who knows? So that as we wait for them to come round, Terror Racer has. Well, Yarno is true. Yarno's come up best. It's Terror Racer there, followed by Sam. But Sam is going to keep going here. Will he try and run the outside? No. He's backed off. Oh, Nico's been spun.
Oh yes, Nico got involved in an accident there. You could see so many drivers side by side at the same time. Never gonna end well. And yeah, also was gonna happen to someone there.
Today.
I think those were 5 cars all fighting for position. So yeah, somebody's gonna end up being spun around like that. Sam is now attacking Terror Racer.
Yes, so Sam, he's going to go for it. He's going to pull to the right. Obviously now he's got the slipstream Yarno as well. So they're braking for 11.
Going for a switchback move. Now around the outside.
Now through 12. And now it's a 13.
Doesn't have the grip.
Oh, now the chicane. It's just 14, 15, and then 15. It's just not it. But now you've got yet another opportunity to start to go for a move.
Yeah, but Sam has a lot more ERS here, so he will probably have another go at Terror Racer now.
Terror Racer does have DRS, but Sam has ERS to use, and he's not really using it. He's just gonna hang back. Oh, he's
Sam is sending up the inside anyway.
Inside, it is a very good spot to make an overtake, but Terror Racer hanging around the outside. He's got the run, so now he's keeping it. He's got DRS as well, but then Sam is just able to power through. And that is the position for the Williams driver.
What a battle between those two. It's not over yet. I mean, Terror Racer is still right behind him. Nick Kenshin is just behind him as well. I mean, what a train this is from PA to P13. Of course, Elliot, who just boxed now on fresh mediums, and we start on the soft, not far behind either. This could be very interesting. Daniel also, who just came out the pits, now on fresh hards, trying to make his undercut work. He's gonna have to get past these guys quickly.
Yeah, just have to. Yeah, Daniel's just going to go right behind the huge battling train. That is not what he would have wanted. Would have preferred a bit more spread out and he could just run his own race until the others pit. Oh, maybe the yellow flag. That is a Mercedes retiring in the pit lane. You know, just check up back up front. It is still Lewis from Leon and then Jerome, who has been able to close up into the back of Leon after Daniel boxed. Just keep an eye on this midfield group that seems to be going side by side for the fun of it. It seems to calm down now, so you must say.
Yeah, just slightly, but now Daniel's getting involved. Daniel's trying to get past Jerome here.
Yeah,
obviously he has to get past these guys very early. How much later has he just braked into turn 17?
Very aggressive braking. So
and he's gotten it done. I mean, obviously he has to get it done right now. This is not hurting him. This is hurting him massively. He has to pull off his undercut because he will be on older tires afterwards. He will not be able to catch those guys at the end of the race. He has to be ahead. And right now, this will not be helping him at all. So probably, I don't think this undercut's gonna work for him because this train is losing him so much
he's gonna
time.
go past here. He's using the big ERS he has, and that means he gets another place, and then be ahead of Mike in the Aston. Oh, we've got
Nick Kenshin is round.
Nick Kenshin, he's just carried too much speed. Around the turn 6 and 7 complex of turns, and but now it means a free position for Daniel and DRS. You won't be able to get Terror Racer here, but you've got Elliot on the medium. So Elliot,
Elliot has just hit Mike on the rear left tire there.
Oh, I
maybe
think
a bit too late on the brakes. I think the stewards will have something to say about that.
Yeah,
I probably won't be going in Elliot's favor.
Yeah, I think Elliot ambition well ahead of adhesion there, as Martin Brundle would say. And if it's them...
Carlsbury up ahead has made a mistake, and now Daniel is going past Terra Racer, up into P9.
Yes.
Leon is right behind Lewis though, just a tenth between them. I think the hards are coming into their own, or mediums maybe dropping off slightly, so I think Leon could be on to take the lead here quite soon.
Let's see, Jarno is also past Carlsbury, and Carlsbury's decided enough is enough, I need to pit.
He might have some wing damage there, he did cause a yellow flag, I don't see what happened to him. So probably wing damage, he's boxing now. Seems like an early pit stop again.
Reasonable time to pit in all fairness.
No, he does have wing damage, no front wing at all, he's
my.
gonna change that wing.
You nearly wouldn't think it with the way, because front wing damage this year doesn't hamper you as much.
Yeah, the front wing damage is very minor even if you have no wing at all. I think in the Corp career mode of race of mine I only lost about 3/10 a lap with no front wing. It wasn't the rain, but still.
You don't think
very interesting.
Worse.
So the front wing damage maybe not having quite the effect it used to have.
Yeah. I think now I think maybe there's a more calmness. Although Daniel down the inside of the AlphaTauri, Jarno, he's got the position. He'd be happy enough with that. Although Jarno's got no front wing.
Yeah, that explains why Daniel is able to break so much later than them. The gap to the leaders now from Daniel to Lewis, 22.3 seconds. I'm not sure what the pit delta is, but I think it's less than 22 seconds. So I think the overcuts that Lewis, Leon and Jerome are putting up against Daniel here is working. Just because they don't have to work through this traffic.
Yeah, that is the thing. They don't really have to worry about trying to pass other people. Well, see now Daniel has got 2 seconds to so he can push into a quick lap. These hard tyres should be more than capable of getting to the end of the race. Jarno's now in the pits. It'll be a long pit stop for him, but he'll be probably thankful that front wing damage isn't half as impactful. Hard tyres to medium, so that will be a long stint for a medium tyre.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but he won't be comfortable in the race. He's gonna reach maybe getting close to puncture territory. 75% is when punctures start happening. So he's gonna have to get lucky if he wants to get on those tires. And of course also, just pull off some good tire management.
Meanwhile, at the front, it's still Lewis. Lewis starting to struggle a little on the mediums, but to be fair, you would expect them to start to drop off a little. Giving you about 29 laps, you would probably expect a pit stop in the next couple of laps for Lewis, and you just maybe see if he can
around lap 12 is when you would normally box for hearts. So it might be time for Lewis to box in the next few laps.
Yeah, he has saved up ERS here, so he should be able to defend if need be. So, let's see, Jarno, who's at the back, is starting to recover a little past Carlsbury. Carlsbury on the hard tyre. So these two were the guys who had no front wings earlier on.
Oh, Jerome has spun his teammate around!
Oh dear, that's unfortunate for Tyre Racer. You have to keep going.
He just braked, well, a lot later than Tyre Racer did into the hairpin of turn 17 and tapped him on the rear, spinning Tyre Racer around. Obviously even worse if something like this happens to your teammates.
Yeah, that is rule 1 of racing. Do not hit your teammates, because well, they're the one. Oh, Tyre Racer, he spawned. He's out. Tyre Racer's out.
Oh no!
Tyre Racer's out of the race.
This could be a safety car. Yes, full car safety car. And this is amazing for Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis. This
is the perfect timing for Lewis. He would have boxed probably this lap or next lap or somewhere around that anyway.
And he won't have to do hard tyre warm up.
As well, and the guys on hards, they either have to box now and stretch mediums to the end, which will be very, very difficult, or they can stay out and, well, not get the free pit stop. Either option is now very, very, well... Yeah, this is amazing for Lewis, and only for Lewis, as he's the only one who boxed
well, maybe Elias
and is still out of
in
track.
the worst spot here, in all fairness.
Yeah, well, the guys on mediums anyway, those are in the best spot now, if they have fresh hearts. But Lewis, being the only guy who started on mediums and didn't box yet, he is in the perfect position.
Well, you have your top 4, or well, top 3 already in pits, now top 4, and then become
top 5. Philip is boxing as well.
Yeah, he's just going to
Lewis
continue
into
here.
hards, Leon to run to mediums. If those tires last to the end, then they will be able to beat Lewis. But otherwise, if they can't make those tires last, they will not be able to catch him.
However, Lewis can warm up these hard tires without
Wing
being
change for Philip.
overtaken.
Will he lose a place because of this? I think
I
he's gonna get away with it.
Yeah, I think it'd be.
He was P5 earlier and he's still P5.
Yeah, I think Philip be happy enough now. There's an opportunity there for him with this new safety car. So Lewis now, he's got the most conventional strategy working for him, but now he'll have a few people to defend, and if he starts to fall behind a couple, he could find it very difficult to gain back them spots. It could be a case of maybe he needs to get a safety car restart right and already have a gap built in.
Yeah, if the medium runners can build a gap early on to Lewis, they can save their tires and just bring it to the end. So Lewis has to try to stay ahead as much as possible. Michelle got a 5-second penalty for crossing the white line on pit exit.
Well, that is unfortunate for them.
What is interesting though, that this only happens because the first time the game gives you a warning, so I think you have to do it twice for the game to give a penalty. Obviously the PSGL stewards give it after the first time, so you must have done it twice then, at least.
Yeah. Well, Michelle, I know he was in the pits earlier, so yeah.
He might have crossed the pit line on entry and on exit. That would be my explanation, maybe. Well, I mean, we have Elliot, Carlsbury, Michelle and Lewis on hards, so I think those guys can easily go to the end. Daniel is on 6 lap old medium, so he's definitely in danger.
Yeah, that will be a problem.
Wait, Daniel has done a 2-stopper now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I believe Daniel pit again.
Yeah, Daniel started on mediums, boxed for hards, and now he's back on his old mediums. And now he's gonna box again. Daniel's probably gonna go back to the hards then. Maybe he didn't realize that he only has one set of mediums.
Yeah, that could be a problem there. Maybe it was for a penalty, I can't really say, but I don't remember one.
No, he didn't have a penalty, I don't think. So I think he just made a mistake. He thought his mediums were fresh when he boxed, but they aren't.
Oh, that was a potential podium for him. He's down 14th, and there's going to be a huge fight back on his hands.
I think it's going to be last even. Oh no, just about P14 still.
Not last. Obviously, just to note for the pit exit penalty, obviously the briefing states you cannot cross the white line on pit entry or the pit exit. So,
same as every week then, no special rules for Miami?
Well, yeah, but you have like the line for pit entry and exit here. I'm not sure what has happened to my...
Have you also just been dropped into broadcast mode?
Yeah.
I can't control the cameras anymore on my screen.
I don't know what's happened.
Is this some kind of glitch as well? Yeah. Oh, now what is this?
What? I can't tell you what's happened.
I'm checking the... Yeah, drivers are confused as well in Discord chat. This is happening to drivers as well.
Oh no.
Mike has just said, what's this, in the Discord chat.
Oh,
so I think the same is happening for drivers. What? I think we just... Is Formation Lab set to broadcast maybe? I'll check the settings.
I don't know what happened.
Not Formation Lab, the safety car. Yes, safety car is set to broadcast.
Oh. Okay.
But the safety car is now coming in. Well, Lewis will be, leading this safety car restart now a lot earlier than expected, and Lewis will be going now.
So, Lewis, he's got a decent restart, and Pilator's got a
Rowan and
brilliant restart
are side by side.
Side by side, Rowan and
There's the wing piece flying in the background.
Red Bull does get past the Ferrari, or maybe not. It's very, very much this case, unlike Sainz and Perez.
Philip is not trying to go around the outside, but he decides better of it.
Yeah, it was not really on there for Philip. We are So Daniel actually went up 3 places on this safety car restart. He'd be very happy with this. And now maybe he's got a good chance to get back to points. Cosbury has a mum's oversteer here, so he's now vulnerable to Nico and Daniel behind.
These hard runners really slugging early on. Leon is getting very close to Lewis here. Can he someone up the inside maybe? Or is he gonna wait? He's gonna wait.
Yeah, so back up the front. Yeah, so Leon doesn't feel like he can make the move on Lewis here.
I think the next straight is his biggest chance. He has to go past earlier.
Cosbury kept ahead of Nico there, so gonna sit.
He has to use his pace advantage while he still has it. I think Leon is gonna try to go for a move here. Look how close he is to Lewis.
It's so close, but no DRS just yet, although he's using all the ERS. It is going to be very, very easy for Leon. He's going to pull to the left, although the AlphaTauri is now sticking there, so who knows? Just keep an eye, but yeah, Leon.
Yeah, obviously those mediums inside line, no chance for Lewis to hang around the outside. But if you can stay in DRS range, that would be enough maybe to pass him later on, as his hearts will come into their own. Those mediums will start dropping off by the end of the race.
In the race, there is 12 laps left of this race. You cannot say what will happen at any point here.
Yeah, we saw by the end of the first stint, after about 9 to 10 laps, Lewis was slower than Leon, and Lewis was then on the mediums and Leon on the hards. And Leon's already done 4 laps on the safety car on those tires, so by the end of the race, Lewis will probably be on the faster tire. The same goes for every other hard runner as well, obviously.
Yeah, that is what we would be expecting.
Oh, Daniel's been spun around!
Oh, that's
contact made with, I believe it was Nico or Mike, one of those two, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Daniel. He has avoided damage, but that is pretty much the race over pretty much in terms of points. Well, Nick Kenshin down into the mic. Oh, Leon's got
Leon's a penalty! Oh,
he's
Leon is spun off, and I think Rona's wing damage as he hit Lewis was trying to avoid him. Yeah, somebody took wing damage.
Well, let's see. Well, look, Jerome is going to go for the move on Lewis now, maybe. Although...
Jerome has wing damage, yes. You can see the end plate missing on the right-hand side. He's gonna stay out, maybe.
I would assume so. Oh, it's just tapping Lewis now.
Yeah, look at the end plate on the front right missing, but Jerome is staying out anyway.
But I think Jerome believes he can still win this race if he can just get in front. But, does he have wing damage? It's not going to be much, but it is going to be an after effect, really.
Yeah, even if he can't win, a pistol loses more time than... Well, it's not that much more wing damage on this game. Wing damage doesn't really affect your car that much. He will be losing a tenth or two a lap, I believe, with that kind of damage.
No, but you do see he's struggling here.
Piloto
he is struggling through that kind of section.
Faster, especially in the high-speed corners.
But now you see, he's alright now. So maybe if he can just get and gain on Lewis here, whether he goes for the move now or later, he's thought about it for a second, but it is not on there for Jerome.
I think his smartest move would be to stay behind Lewis and bring home a P2, because I don't think with that damage he can hold Lewis behind anyway.
Well,
he'll be much slower in the fast corners, so Lewis will follow closely and can then get him back on the straights. Maybe his best strategy is to stay behind and defend from that Piloto. But obviously, that's sort of racing driver's mentality. He's gonna go for the win, isn't he? Of course he is.
Well, if there's a gap there, they'll probably go for it, and that was a very easy gap to go for. But you just see he struggles.
That's what I mean. Lewis just almost pulling off that switchback already, and those mediums will obviously get slower and slower as well with wing damage. Probably more tire wear as well. I don't think this is going to end well for Jerome. But if he can hold on, that would be impressive. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, one Ferrari is already out. Well, one Ferrari also...
what a save from El Piloto! I don't know if you saw it, but he almost spun and almost collected Lewis as well on the exit of turn 2.
Well, soon, if he's pushing now, because if he could get ahead of Lewis while he's caught behind Jerome, it could be his race to win then. And given he had a podium at the opening race last week, it could be a very good thing for his championship if he can put together a P3 and a P1 this early.
Such an interesting dynamic. I mean, Jerome has wing damage for track position. Lewis has the tire disadvantage for now, but maybe advantage later. So El Piloto now is almost being past
Don't-
Lewis here, maybe?
No,
Nope.
you just can't. You can't really hang around the outside there. If it had been a little more shallow of a corner, you might have been able to do it. But now,
Yeah,
let's
just to
see,
finish
out
that
of
thought I
16.
just had,
Oh, that's a twitch for Lewis. Lewis, he's had a twitch. He's
He's out of the edge by into drone, but I think just what still got it for this straight. No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. El Piloto's gonna have him.
El Piloto up into P2, and if he gets for the second of the row now, he'll have the DRS as well. And I believe he's done it. I think he will have DRS.
Yep, he'll have it, but that means now that Lewis can also gain back. He's gonna have to hope now that these tires.
Lewis is so low on DRS, 6% compared to 76 on Philip. Oh, and Philip has been tapped round!
Oh,
Collected
top
by
round.
Leon and Zem as well, and Zem is spun again!
Oh, and then I think in Carisbury. Oh, there's an end plate
Philip
gone.
back up into P4. Jerome now picking up the pieces for all of
Yes,
this, up into P5.
Somebody's picked up wing damage here, and we can't currently see who for
I
now.
think multiple guys might have just picked up wing
Oh no,
damage.
it's
from this.
Williams. It's Sam, I think.
Yeah,
it was
Zem
Sam.
definitely has wing damage. But Philip might have as well. I'm not sure.
If we look here, well, no, Philip is fine. Jerome's fine. I believe Leon is fine.
Jerome is going for a move on Philip. Round the outside. And Leon is coming for it as well.
Oh,
Three wide.
Go 3 wide. No, Philip has backed off there.
Philip is coming back at Jerome though. Ah, but he can't make it
no.
stick around the outside then.
So Leon, it's a big gainer there, back up to P4. Now he still has a penalty, and he's going to have to push on to maybe avoid, to mitigate any losses from that penalty, as he did put in a purple sector 2 there.
Yeah, I would say the
double
biggest
fault.
gainer from all of this is Lewis, as he's now, well, he is, there's nobody behind him now, he's fine, he will be in P3. Pretty
P3
sure, these
minimum.
guys won't be catching him by 3 seconds now, without DRS from him.
And Lewis is now staying out of the, is out with DRS, like.
Yeah, Lewis, I think, yeah, the hards aren't quite working for him. Just maybe isn't getting up to temperature, maybe just not comfortable on them anyway.
No, I find, I don't know, maybe I haven't really tested that much in Miami, but the grip comes in, and oh, Mike's out.
Mike is out of the race!
Mike's out of the race, that could be a
In the
safety
wall
car.
off turn 2, it's another safety car!
Another safety car, soft tires. I think
Oh, 8 laps. I mean, how long was Elliot on? I'll check. How long was Elliot on the softs at the start?
that's a bit of safety car, and low fuel.
6 laps. 6 laps at the start.
Yeah, but it's more
Peter can get lap 6.
yeah, but it's more.
It could be close. I mean, you lose track position if you box, and the
Well,
softs will drop off by the end.
No, it softs might drop off, but would the gain of them be so much that any drop off can be taken with a pinch of salt, really? Especially if you end up in a DRS train and maybe even at the head of that DRS train and they can't really get you.
Very, very difficult decision now. I'm happy I'm not in the shoes of the drivers right now. I have to make this decision.
I think like you could, because if everyone pits and you don't, you could be a sitting duck.
Yeah, but if you're the only one to pit, you're on last, and you will not be passing everyone. This is so difficult, especially for the leaders. The guys behind can just follow what the leaders are doing. Jerome is boxing.
Jerome's boxing.
Piloto is staying out.
Piloto stayed out. I think with mediums.
Lewis is staying out. Oh no, Leon is boxing. Yeah, this is exactly what I meant. Jerome, well, he obviously had the wing damage.
Jerome's
so it makes
got wing
sense to have the
damage.
box. Leon had
he-
wing damage, didn't he?
Well, we're initially,
Philip-
El Piloto is going to lead the race
Oh, it's
here.
just Lewis, Jerome, and El Piloto staying out, and Nico. The rest of the field is
And now you
boxing.
see, Jerome's now going to be the leader of the soft runners in P5. He will have work to do, but I think he'd probably be in a very good call, because otherwise he would have been
I have to
in
admit, I was
trouble.
confused for a second because I confused Jerome and Jerome.
No. Let's see. So, we've seen an Aston Martin go out with a race here. Obviously, we've seen Aston Martin spur into turn 1 and quite like real life. So now, here's your situation. You've got a Red Bull at the front, as not boxed. Lewis is not boxed either. Jerome hasn't boxed. The Nico hasn't boxed. Ariel Jerome in Ferrari has boxed. Leon has boxed. Calfrey boxed, and pretty
They've
much
all
everyone
boxed
else.
from
Yeah.
P5 downwards, yeah. All on fresh softs now. The top 4 on the old tires, Lewis on hards, and the rest of them on mediums.
I
So
think
this will be a very, very interesting finish in this race.
Lewis will have easily got the grip to get to the end. El Piloto will probably be happy enough, I suppose. They said medium can get to the end now. So he's gambling on the fact that the softs would just burn out. But,
The thing is also, it's much more difficult now in the new game to overtake people, because the, I believe Slipstream and DRS both aren't as powerful anymore. So it's very difficult to overtake somebody, even if you have a massive pace advantage.
And yeah,
And Dirty Air got strong. I believe Dirty Air got stronger while Slipstream and DRS got weaker. So this could play into the cards of El Piloto of Lewis. Lewis is spun!
oh, Lewis is spun out of safety car. Oh my! That
Now he's on old hard tires and down in 12.
he has to pit.
He can't pit because the safety car set to broadcast.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Okay, Elliot has let him go. And maybe Jarno as well? Yes,
Yeah.
those two have to let him pass to avoid the penalty. The rest of the field though is allowed to stay ahead of Lewis.
Oh my!
So Lewis in P10 on all tires. This is a nightmare for him. And well, he can't box now because the EI will take over in a second.
No, but I don't know. Maybe if Michelle, no. Oh, he's in
The
trouble.
thing is, the safety car's boxing this lap anyway, so
Yeah.
probably.
Only thing is, he now should have spun round back and got to the pits.
You would have been disqualified.
Yeah. But it might have been worth a try if you could have just like spun
You might
yourself.
get a few points from this. I don't think it's worth to just get yourself disqualified.
Oh, he's just. No, I suppose with his location, maybe if he had done a 180, he might have been able to slip in. But then again, oh well, we are on broadcast here, so that does mean I think this is really troublesome for Lewis now.
Well, we are ready for the race. We've done El Piloto will be leading us this time around, ahead of Jerome and Thierry Nico. Then Ariel Jerome, the first guy on soft tires. Well, already having overtaken one since his pit stop due to Lewis having spun. And there we go, now we're ready for the safety car restart. I'll let you take the lead.
Going round, here we are. Well, another
Oh,
lap.
one more
so
lap then. I thought the safety car was coming in then.
Lewis can't get in then. Even still, that is. Yeah, safety car ending. This lap 24 will be very near the end. It's.
There we go, safety car coming in. El Piloto will be leading the restart. For 5 laps of racing now, that should be very interesting.
Yeah, here we are. El Pilotor is.
Now accelerating.
He's went. It's a good restart from El Pilotor. He can try just pull away and hope the others hold up the south runners. See you see now.
Daniel is already passing Elliot.
Oh yeah, Jerome. Well, Jerome.
And Jerome sitting past Nico. Very early on.
Very early. Nico trying to hang it with Jerome,
No
but just
chance
can't.
on those mediums.
No.
Old mediums against fresh softs, obviously.
Oh, look,
yeah, look at that.
Leon's
Leon up
straight
the
through
inside as well. So much more grip.
No, but look at the run Nico's actually got, to be fair. It's been very good for him. He's now back past. So, whatever.
Leon will have the inside line on the braking. I think Leon will get him on braking.
Yeah.
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't.
Or no, maybe around the outside. He's just, yeah, straight right around the outside, or not. These two battling very, very much coming into towards this chicane. Oh,
Leon
spun.
and Nico made contact.
Oh.
Carlsby had to cut the corner, got a penalty as well.
That could be
That
removed
contact
now.
of Nico and Carlsby on the exit as well.
Lewis has somehow not lost the position on these hards.
We now have Jerome and Jerome fighting over P2.
Yeah.
El Piloto's already ported a 1 second gap. Drone up the inside into turn 17.
And drone passing drone.
This is so confusing.
Well,
there we go, the Ferrari driver pulls into P2.
So now drone, it's got one more car to go for, and that's the Pilatore. And see, with these softs, will they die out a little by the time he gets to the Pilatore? He's that close at the moment. You'd think he can just get past and fly off. And so you see Lewis has dropped 2 places now.
El Piloto has to defend for his life here if he still wants to win this race.
That is the medium runners are hanging on well enough at the moment. Oh, and that's Lewis being passed. Oh, Lewis has tapped the wall. Oh, that sent
Elliot as well.
Yeah, it sent Elliot around.
Is no front wing left on this car.
Oh, safety car.
Safety car again! Oh, this could be so good for El Piloto. It will only have maybe 1 or 2 laps of racing now.
Yeah,
that he has to defend from Jerome.
We could have a bunch of madness here, but this does mean for Lewis, he can get into the pits for brand new softs. So
yep, this is very good for Lewis. This is very good for El Piloto.
Piloto now only has 1 lap, but these softs will now most certainly have grip for the end.
But so will those mediums. Oh, this is gonna be very interesting now.
You could see we're both
be likely just a 1 or 2 lap sprint.
It's probably a 2 lap sprint with both tyres kind of they'll be just
Lewis has a big advantage, as he will be the only one with fresh tyres.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody else will.
Oh, El
Piloto is out!
He's out for the lead!
What happened?
Oh,
he's crashed at turn 17?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Jerome's won this race now, pretty much.
Has he made a mistake? Has he been tapped?
Oh, Jarno in the pits as well. Lewis doesn't have double stack.
Yeah, Lewis will be down in last. What happened to El Piloto?
I was not looking at him, but he's crashed out with a safety car. I think I might check the F6 chat to see what happened.
Penalty for them for collision with Philip now. Philip got a penalty as well, both of them having a 5% penalty.
It's Lewis now.
What just happened?
So Lewis, he's now down the last, but look at all the penalties we have. I will show you the penalties. 3 seconds for Cosbury, 5 for Philip, 5 for Sam. Mind you, the 5 seconds could be removable. Then 3 for Leon and 3 for Michelle. So that means the will drop down some places. But it looks like for now, Jerome is going to win the race, and if I show you the tyres, it looks like Nico and, well, Jerome are going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Well, the Ferrari of Jerome will be pulling away. Miami we did have something like this. We had a...
Oh, Jerome's left session now!
Oh, our race leaders are disconnected. There seems to be...
This could give the win to Jerome!
Well,
and the safety car's coming in! Oh, and Jerome is taking the lead from Jerome, with Carlsby going past as well. What is happening?
They're trying to...
Oh, they've let the EI back past, and it's not going past. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, they're basically stopped now.
It went now.
Finally the EI has gone past.
We don't know what's happening. They can't pass until the start-finish line, so they have to watch it here. The AI is going to do a safety car restart, and it's going to drop like a stone, so one Jerome losing out. Oh, we got spin! It's Nico! Nico spun! And it's got restart.
Yeah, I just got from Carlsby, it's very close to Jerome.
El Piloto, well, you got Sam crash. Lewis has survived.
Leon is trying to overtake Nick Kenshin. Leon is tapped. Michelle is out the race.
Michelle's out. Turn 1.
5-second penalty to Leon and Philip. Leon passing Nick Kenshin then.
Jerome's AI is still in the lead here. But
yeah, he had a very good restart. I believe maybe the other guys had cold tires.
Oh, and that's the opportunity. Lewis is no front wing now, so he's lost out even in all.
What is happening in this race?
This race has turned into absolute chaos in Miami. But now you see Cal's being third. It looks like could Jerome's AI still win this?
No, I don't think so. Carlsberg's not gonna go for the lead round here outside.
No ground outside. Well,
3-second penalty, so it wouldn't really matter, would it? He gets
well,
Jerome. Carlsberg in the lead of the race.
could get 3 seconds here if he passes. If you see now,
He will pass the eye of the
he
run.
has passed.
And completely off left field, this could probably put Carlsberg in the lead of the championship as he finished P6 last week, scoring 5 points. Kian is DNF, last week's race winner. El Piloto has DNF, last week's P3 finisher, and Veronix, P2 last week, isn't racing.
Yeah, it's
Carlsberg is on for the championship lead right now.
It's not. Can't tell you what's happening here because
Ariel Jerome is back in the lobby, by the way, so he will probably be back in his car
if
soon
he
and
can
might
jump
be able
back
to
in his
salvage the
car,
podium from this.
he'll salvage.
Yes!
He's
Just as
got
he started
back in.
with Philip. He's gonna get control any second now. There we go, yes, he's got control now. He might be able to salvage a P2 from this race still.
Yeah, obviously with penalties, maybe if he can get past the two. Or no, he's at
It's the last lap of the race. He's probably, yeah, right now on penalties he's P2, I believe. I think he's close enough to Carlsberg.
I genuinely cannot tell you the madness that's going on here, but
this is the weirdest finish the race I ever commented on. Leon's up the instant of Jerome now for P4 as well. But Jerome managed to stay ahead.
Well, Jerome now, he's probably fuming. His internet has probably cost him here an easy race win.
Daniel is trying to hurt Nick Kench in the wave contact. Nick Kench with no front wing, just defending that corner. And Daniel, well,
he's being barged past.
Make contact and spun.
There's Elliot now, no front wing, so it's absolute chaos here. Lewis and Sam probably have some of the cleanest racing without front wings you'd ever see.
But Carlsberg is currently on the way to winning the race on track, but Jerome will be getting in on penalties. As Carlsberg heads into the final corner of the race.
It's going to be a Jerome 1-2 here if things go right.
I'm not sure. I think Carlsberg might have salvaged P1 here.
No, Carlsberg 1.7 seconds. He's won it. But Jerome wins on penalties. Then, well, Carlsberg takes
what
P2.
What a finish this has been. Nick Kench with no front wing finishes P5.
Nico P4. He's got the there. Elliot is let's say P6, Daniel P7, Leon P8, Gary P9, Philip P10, and then obviously Lewis was P11, and Louis 7 was P12. I do not know what to say about that finish, but it was mental.
Absolutely crazy. Carlsberg getting the Driver of the Day award for finishing P2. Oh wow, what was that? Crazy racing today, and I think the stewards' outcomes will probably change the results of this race significantly.
Yeah, do take these results as just provisional, because we do not know what to say about that.
Yeah, I think you'll be hearing completely new top 10 from us next week, with how many penalties will probably end up being removed. We saw a few penalties being handed on a safety car, which tend to be removed from my experience. And we saw a lot of incidents as well. I mean, what a race that was. But for now, congrats to Jerome on the race win, congrats to Carlsberg for a very strong P2, and then congrats to Ariel Jerome as well, finishing P3 after that disconnect. He's gonna be gutted. This could have been a race win, this should have been a race win for him.
It should absolutely have been the race win for him. He had made the right call with softs. El Piloto crashed himself out under safety car. Realistically, it should have been that a win for him, but it's only a P3. So, well, one Jerome lost out with a win thanks to a disconnect. Another Jerome was able to take the win from P20 on the grid.
Last to first.
It's
not something you see every day.
So Jerome won despite being on mediums. Carlsberg takes an unexpected P2 from P15. Jerome P3 after his disconnect. Nico P4. Nick Kencher P5, Elliot P6, Stanley P7, Leon P8, Jano P9, Philip P10, Lewis and Sam were P11 and 12. Michelle DNF and the other DNFs were El Pilotor, Mike Terrorist, Simple 4, Chalkers, Keen and Skyline. Madness, utter madness.
What an absolute madness, yeah, can only agree.
I do not know what to call that, but I suppose that is what happens when an AI unexpectedly does the restart right before you know it. So we will probably have a lot of drivers will be complaining a bit of that about all the incidents. Yeah, but thank you all for watching. Just a reminder to make sure to check out our sponsors. The title sponsors GT Omega. Make sure to check out and get some brilliant products from them, and also check out Grid Rival if you want to set up an F1 Fantasy League for you and your friends. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.